Hello again, welcome back. I'm glad to see you. Qué bueno que viniste. Me alegro de verte. Many years ago, when I came to Spain in 1972, some of the television programs from the United States were dubbed in Puerto Rico, not here in Spain. To dub is because D-U-B, dub. Dub is doblar, el doblaje. The dubbing was in Puerto Rico. And I remember it was strange. Qué bueno que viniste. Me alegro. Bueno, me alegro decían. Qué bueno que viniste. Qué bueno que estás. Okay, good. Welcome. I'm glad to see you. So me alegro de verte. I'm glad to have you here. I'm glad. All right. How far is it? How far is it from New York to Los Angeles? It's almost 6 hours by plane. Whew, pretty far. Bastante lejos, yes. How far is it from Madrid to New York? It's 8 hours by plane. Pretty far, yeah. How far is it from New York to Madrid? Well, it's 6.5 hours by plane, or 7 hours by plane. Wait a minute. I don't get it. I don't get it means no lo entiendo. I don't understand. From Madrid to New York, it's 8 hours by plane, and from New York to Madrid, 7? Yes. The distance is the same, but it takes less time to fly west to east than east to west because of the trade winds, the winds in the stratosphere. So it takes less time. It doesn't take as long. It doesn't take as long to fly from New York to Madrid than to fly from Madrid to New York. And it doesn't take as long, for the same reason, it doesn't take as long to fly from New York to San Francisco than from San Francisco. No, al revés. It doesn't take as long to fly from San Francisco to New York than from New York to San Francisco. ¿Cómo se dice al revés en este caso? The other way around. The other way around. The opposite is lo contrario. The opposite. The opposite of black is white. The opposite of tall is short. Pero esto no es al revés. It's the other way around. For example, no por mucho atempranar amanece más madruga. ¿Cómo? Espera, no, Richard, excuse me, the expression is the other way around. No por mucho madrugar amanece más temprano. Yeah, now I remember. Okay, thank you. It's the other way around. La otra manera al revés, curiosa expresión. The other way around. It's the other way around. Okay, so how far is it? How long does it take? How far is it? How far is it from Rome to Milan? It's 5 hours by car from Rome to Milan. How far is it from Milan to Lake Como in the north of Italy? It's 1 hour or less from Milan to Lake Como. How far is it from Barajas Airport to the center of Madrid? It's about 20 kilometers to the center of Madrid. It's about 20, maybe 20 I don't know, 20 kilometers. How far is it? Yes, how far is it? Well, I don't know exactly how far it is. Do you know how far it is? No, I don't know how far it is. It is. Well, let's preguntémoselo a Marta. Let's ask Marta. Marta, how far is it? Pregunta directa, is it? En todo lo demás, it is. How far is it from Barajas Airport to the center of Madrid, Puerto del Sol? She's shrugging her shoulders, which means she doesn't know. Come on, Marta. You don't know. I don't know either. Do you know? She doesn't know. Exactly. So in this room, neither you nor me nor Marta, none of us, ni uno de los, porque somos tres. Si fuéramos dos, neither of us, neither you nor me knows how far it is from Barajas Airport to the center of Madrid. But incluimos a Marta, ya somos tres. Neither es solo entre dos. Es como both. Ambos. Si hay tres, todos. All of us are in the dark about the distance. None of us know how far it is from Barajas Airport to the center of Madrid. But how far is it from El Prats to the center of Barcelona? I think it's about 15 kilometers. No, it's less. 10 kilometers. 10. Maybe. I don't know how far it is. Do you know how far it is? Marta, do you know how far it is? Well, nobody in this room knows how far it is from the Barcelona airport, El Prats, to the center of Barcelona. The statue of Christopher Columbus in El Puerto. I don't know how far it is. How far is it? How far is it from the Mexican border to the Canadian border, crossing the United States? It's about 3,000 kilometers. How far is it from Boston to San Diego? It's about almost 6,000 kilometers. How far is it? How far is it from to? Y luego lo que se tarda. How long does it take in general? How long does it take to fly from Madrid to Dallas? It takes 10 and a half hours to fly from Madrid to Dallas. How long does it take to fly from Madrid to Lima, Peru? It takes 11 and a half hours to fly from Madrid to Lima. How long does it take to fly from Madrid to Santiago, the capital of Chile? It takes about 14 hours to fly. Whew, terrible. How long does it take to fly from Madrid to Beijing? It takes about 11 hours to fly from Madrid to Beijing. It takes. How long, Richard, how long does it take you? Ahora personalizas, añades el you. How long does it take you to wake up in the morning? Wake up in the morning, it takes me about 10 seconds. Los viejos nos despertamos con facilidad. Yeah. Old people wake up easily. Boom. Yeah, like a pop-up toaster. Boom. All right. Yes. It takes me 10 seconds to wake up in the morning. Richard, how long does it take you to put on the makeup for this class? I don't put it on. Marta does. Oh, well, how long does it take her to put on the makeup? It takes her about 4 minutes, 5 minutes. And what do you do, Richard, while she's putting on the makeup? I sit still. Yes. Sometimes I look at her because she comes very close. And I look at her. I look into her eyes. Do you make her nervous? I don't know. Do I make you nervous? She's shaking her head. Donde hay confianza? Como es el dicho? Familiarity. So I don't make her nervous. All right. But how long does it take you to prepare the class? It doesn't take me any time to prepare the class. I sit down, the point from yesterday and the next point, or review the previous point. You don't prepare the classes. Yes and no. What do you mean by yes and no? I don't prepare these classes, but I spent 25 years preparing them. From 1974 to 1997. Okay, digamos, 21 years. I spent 21 years, no, 23, preparing these classes, which includes designing the material, introduction of material, and teaching 30,000 hours. That was my preparation. Yes, a lot of preparation. But I don't prepare the classes before the class. Okay, I don't need to. I don't need to. All right, but how long, Richard, how long did it take you to get your degree? My university degree, my college degree. Yes, how long did it take you? It took me 4 years to get my degree. 4 years and 1 summer, a special summer session to get my degree. How long did it take you to learn Spanish well? It took me about 3,000 hours. A long time, eh? It took me a long time. It took me about 3,000 hours to learn Spanish well. Richard, how long did it take you to learn how to drive a car? I was 15 and a half. It took me, well, it depends on your definition. It took me 3 classes to learn how to drive. To learn how to drive well, it took me 9 years, from age 16 to age 25. To learn to drive in a mature way and to drive well, to be a good driver. It takes a long time to be a good driver. Richard, how long did it take you to organize this table? Well, I didn't organize. Well, yes and no. Marta and I, it took us about 10 minutes to organize. 10 minutes? There are only 3 books, a microphone, your telephone, the guitar, the people, pencils, and the car. Come on, it took you 10 minutes. Well, it's not as simple as you think. Marta needs to look at the camera, go to the computer, look at it in a big screen, moves it. No, esto aquí, esto un poco acá. She's very meticulous. Tiquismiquis. She's very meticulous. Yes. She's very thorough. Muy concienzuda. She's very thorough. She's very conscientious. And she's very meticulous. All right. She's very picky. Picky is tiquismiquis, eh? Melindrosa. Bam, bam, bam. She's very picky. Esto no, esto no. Este no, la. Así no, así. Y esto aquí. So she's very picky. Aren't you picky? Well, she says she's not. She says she's not. I say she is. I say she is. She's picky. Picky means esto sí, esto no, esto sí, esto no. Choosy, picky. She says she's not. I say she is. She says she says. Practica estas cosas, ¿eh? Para ganar agilidad con el inglés. She says. I say. Say, says. I say she is. She says she's not. Esto sí que es hablar inglés. All right. So, how long did it take you, Richard? Well, it took us about 10 minutes to establish the correct layout. Disposición en mesa de todo. Layout. Layout suele ser disposición en planta de máquinas de una fábrica, pero aquí también layout. Yes. Okay, Marta. Marta está diciendo que lo mueva, to move it a little more. Is that okay? Is that okay? She's nodding. She's nodding her head. Okay. Very good. You see, she's picky. ¿Ves? You see, she's picky. Don't you agree with? Do you agree with me or do you agree with her? Do you agree with me or do you agree with her? More questions. Yeah. How long did it take you? Me? Yeah. How long did it take you to complete your secondary education? It took me 6 years to complete my secondary education. How long did it take you to become a good teacher? Well, I started teaching. Well, it depends on your definition of a good teacher. I started teaching in August 1974. And by September, it took me 1 month to be a teacher that students really liked. But not because of my technical ability, but because of my personality. So it took me 1 month, or less really. It took me 2 days to be a good teacher. But to be a really good teacher, it took me maybe 3 years to be a really good teacher, to know every trick and every trick is impossible, but to know many tricks in addition to my personality, just technical and human abilities. It took me maybe 3 years to establish technical mastery, maestría, dominio técnico. It took me 3 years. Richard, how long will it take you to finish the book? Ha saltado al futuro, al tiempo del futuro. To the future. Do you want me to make a prediction? It's very difficult to make predictions, especially about the future, my God. So, how long will it take me? Well, it depends on you. If you progress quickly, we'll go quickly. The question is, how long will it take us? ¿Cuánto tardaremos tú y yo? How long will it take us to finish this book? What is this, class 206? 7? I don't know, 208? It will take us more than 300 classes to finish this book. Perhaps a lot more to finish this book. It depends. Well, what does it depend on, Richard? Perdona? Excuse me? Excuse me? Se dice más excuse me que otro que. What? Los británicos dicen, what? 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 I recommend, excuse me, perdone. I beg your pardon, excuse me. What does it depend on? I don't understand your question. Well, Richard, you said you don't know how long it will take. It depends on many. What does it depend on? I said it depends. It depends on how much I decide to review and consolidate, to go over and over and over again. Como Rafa Nadal con los revés o con su servicio, para mejorar el servicio. ¿Cuántas veces pega el servicio? 1,000 times. Quizás 500 veces al día. Practicing and practicing. Y son movimientos básicos. Practicing. Technique, yes. Technique, practice. Technique, practice, practice, practice. The same in golf, the same in baseball, the same in football, the same in everything. Hasta en la ética y en la moral, la moralidad. It's the same, practice, practice. If you practice being a good person, you become a good person. I'm Aristotelian. That's Aristotle. All right, so how long does it take? How long does it take to go for a 10-minute walk? Excuse me. Yeah, how long does it take to go for a 10-minute walk? Well, it takes 10 minutes. Who was buried in Grant's tomb? Grant. It's like El Caballo Blanco de Santiago. All right, how long does it take to fly from Houston to Dallas? It takes about 50 minutes to fly from Houston to Dallas. How long does it take to fly from Los Angeles to San Francisco? It takes about an hour and 10 minutes to fly from Los Angeles to to San Francisco. How long will it take me to learn English? How long will it take you? You want to know how long it'll take you. How long will it? Claro, si tú me planteas, me haces la pregunta, ¿cuánto tiempo tardaré en aprender inglés? How long will it take me to learn English? My answer is, I don't know how long it will. Invierto. Will it? No. It will take you. Two problems with this question. Problem number one, the definition of the verb to learn. It's easy to learn English theoretically. To learn it dynamically takes a long time. Problem number two, I don't know how long it will take you because it depends on your effort. Yes, it depends on your effort. Many years ago, there was a man walking on the Russian steppe, La Stepa Russa, from one village to the next village. The distances were far, from village one to village two, and he was walking to the village. And he was tired, and he saw a man working in the field. And he looked at the man. He said, "Excuse me, how long will it take me to reach the next village?" And the man looked up, said nothing, and continued working. And the traveler said, "Excuse me, how much time to the next village, please?" The second time, the man working in the field looked up and said nothing. So the traveler shrugged his shoulders and started walking. After about 10 seconds, a voice said, 45 minutes. And the traveler stopped and turned and said, "Thank you. But tell me, I asked you twice before and you didn't answer. Why now?" And the man said, "Because I didn't see your strides." No pude, cuando estaba usted quieto, no veía sus zancadas al andar. Al ver las zancadas, el agricultor o el campesino podía estimar el tiempo de llegada al próximo pueblo. Así que el tiempo que uno tarde depende de sus zancadas. And that's the strides. Se escribe en strides. Stride is zancada. Bam, bam, bam. Strides. So, how long will it take you to learn English? To learn English, to consolidate and empower yourself with English. How long will it take you? It depends on your strides. I can't tell you if I can't see your strides. So you need to make an effort and walk with decision, with power, and with beautiful strides. And then yes, you will learn, entre comillas, learn, no me gusta ese verbo, te harás con un dominio bastante decente de este idioma en un tiempo razonable. How much? How long? I don't know. How long will it take? Entonces, siempre con cuánto se tarda, cuánto se tardó, cuánto tardarás, cuánto tardaste, cuánto tardas, o cuánto tardan ellos, cuánto tardamos nosotros. How long, in el presente, how long does it take us? How long does it take you? How long does it take him? How long does it take her? How long does it take them? Etc. How long does it take me? Yeah, eso es presente. Ahora bien, ¿cuánto estoy tardando? ¿Cuánto estamos tardando? Se puede decir en el presente continuo. How long? Estamos tardando mucho, ¿eh? It's taking us a long time. Estás tardando mucho en aprender esto, ¿eh? It's taking you a long time. ¿Por qué estás tardando tanto? Why is it taking you so long? Entonces siempre es con take. Salvo en un caso. Para decir simplemente, no, espera, no tardaré nada. No tardaré, se dice mucho, I won't be long. Yo no seré largo, o yo no estaré largo. Así se dice, I won't be long. No, don't worry, Marta, I won't be long. Marta's waiting. Si Marta está esperando que me prepare, dice, tranquila, I won't be long. Dame 2 minutos, I won't be long. Quitando esa excepción, siempre es con tu take. Conjugando take. Y si personaliza, take him, take you, take me, take them, take us. Si despersonaliza, ¿cuánto se tarda en general? it takes? How long did it take God to create the earth? It took him 6 days to create the earth. He rested on the seventh. How long did it take Noah? Well, how long did it take God to destroy the earth with the flood? It took him 40 days and 40 nights. How long did it take Noah to get all the animals? It took him 3 weeks only. It only took him 3 weeks. How do you know, Richard? I don't know. I'm making it up. Lo estoy inventando. How long did it take? How long did it take? Pasado. How long did it take Napoleon to control Spain? It took him 2 months. How long did it take the Spanish and the English to defeat Napoleon in Spain? It took them 5 years. How long did it take the United States to defeat Japan? It took them 3.5 years. How long does it take? Have a good day. See you tomorrow.